going to be the very exciting Miss Universe contest in New Orleans. And we have with us our regular co-hosts, Marivir Montebon
Hi.
and Lindy Rosales, who was just in New
Hi.
Orleans last week.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hi, Lindy. Hi, Krian. Good evening.
Happy
Lindy,
Thursday.
have
Good
you recovered
evening.
from New Orleans?
Oh my gosh. Well, I was only there for like 5 days, but it was hectic.
Right,
Did
I
you like
know.
it, Lindy?
Uh, so.
So, para
Yeah.
namang matagal ang sagot mo.
Yeah, because security was very tight. So,
Uh-huh.
it's difficult to get in.
Mm.
Once you get accredited as media, so you get your pass, right? But
Mhm.
that's only for the main show. The initial accreditation they give you is only for the main show. So for each of the other shows, you have to register. So it was a little confusing because in the
Oh.
previous one, you only register once, you get in, and that's it. This one, you have to register for every little one, and
So
then you
you
get like an email. Oh, you've been registered. Like every day, we're getting emails. So
Oh,
it
I
was a
see.
little
So,
yeah, it was
it's
a
more
little
tedious.
confusing.
so you have
Mhm.
new rules. Is it because the Miss Universe is now um, owned by a different organization? That's why you have new rules.
I'm not sure, but it could be. It could be. Yeah, because the credentialing by press didn't change, but it's the registration for each event. And then
Mhm.
the only event we were guaranteed was the competition, which was the
Yeah,
Saturday. But for the other shows, the preliminary, you have to register. So you're not
yeah,
guaranteed entry until you get
yeah.
approval.
Oh, I see. So, which other shows did you go to, Lindy, other than the pageant itself, the main pageant?
I went to the preliminary competition
Mm-hmm.
and the costume, the national costume.
What was the preliminary about?
Preliminary is actually the preliminary is more exciting than the actual
Ah,
competition
really?
because the preliminary is like you see everybody goes in front, so it's like they're presenting everybody presents their evening gown, and then everybody presents their national costume, so you really see all of them.
Mm-hmm.
But the only thing is the convention venue.
Mm-hmm.
It was a big convention center. It was really huge, but the stage was like small. So I
Huh.
think they don't have a lot of leeway to go around.
Yeah.
But the preliminary is so much fun. You see everybody. That's
So
that's
let's
where you see all of them.
Yeah, so let's get right down to the Miss Universe contest. Lindy, tell us about our Bonnie Gabrielle. What was your impression? Did you know that she was gonna win?
Not really. We didn't expect her to win, but she had a lot of people coming in for her. Like her family, there was a big group. I heard there were 105 of them. I
Oh,
didn't really get to confirm that, but there was a big group of them. The family, the dad, the brother, there was a lot of them,
oh,
and they were ready, and they're really rooting for her. And her dad,
Yeah.
Bon, he really believed even from the preliminary competition night that she's gonna win. He never wavered. She's gonna win. He's
yeah.
gonna win.
Oh my
She's gonna
God.
win this. Yeah,
A
he
father,
really
a
did not
father's
waver.
trust, right?
The father stuff. Even Miss Philippines, Celeste, their family, they also never wavered. She's gonna win. She's gonna win. So
Oh
you're
my.
like you're like caught between two. Where do I cheer? Do I cheer for Miss Philippines? Of course, we're Philippines. We should cheer. But then Miss USA is also half Filipino.
Yeah, yeah.
So you have the best of both bets,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Philippines
It
and
was,
USA. Pero
So
it
Lindy,
was.
personally,
the Filipinos in the crowd, were they cheering for Celeste or were they cheering for our Bonnie?
They were cheering. I think they were cheering for both. There was big groups cheering for Celeste. There was also big groups cheering for Arboni. They're like all over. So there's a lot of Filipinos actually. Yeah, especially during the actual competition. I think I saw more of them than preliminary. So and they traveled from different places. Well, one lady drove for 8 hours. One group drove from Chicago 8 hours. So a lot
Wow.
of people from all over.
But
Some
Wow.
personally,
people,
Lindy, who was
uh-huh.
your bet between Philippines or USA? Who did you personally feel for?
It's really hard to say, but
Uh-huh.
you know, it's really hard to say. But Miss Philippines, she didn't really come out very strong on the preliminary competition. You have to come out strong on the preliminary
What,
in
what, what
order
do
for
you say?
you,
Why
Why
do you
was she
say
not
that?
strong? What was
Yeah. What was
because
lacking?
her
that's
showing?
that's where you show yourself. That's where
Right.
you, when they say Miss Philippines, that's when you do your strut, when you're doing your evening gown. So
Yeah.
that's really
Uh-huh.
when you show yourself. So you don't have a lot of opportunities to present yourself. Could you imagine 84 people, they
Yeah.
all have to go to
Yeah.
the stage?
So
Yeah,
anyway,
so you
she
have
had
to
no
be,
ano. So she had no
huh?
stage presence, Lindy.
The gown was beautiful, but the color was not that striking.
Ah,
Uh-huh.
But
That
it's
was blue
beautiful.
gown, right?
Yeah, it's light sky blue actually. It
yeah.
looks
Uh-huh.
nice. It looks good actually. It fits her. But if you're far and the lights are bright, so it didn't really, although
It
it was
did not
beautiful,
stand
don't get
out.
me wrong. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
don't get me wrong, it was
Yeah.
beautiful. Yeah, even the costume was beautiful too. But you gotta give them something, to
Like
remember you by.
the
Yeah.
pizzazz kind of stuff.
Yeah, you have to be like sassy, or
Uh,
because out of 84, you have to make sure the judges remember you when you have
Right.
that moment. And the
uh,
moment is only a few seconds actually, because the
yeah.
stage is so short. And when they did the swimsuit competition, they
Mm-hmm.
were focusing on the, what do you call it, on the capes, because they made the capes on their own. They made their own design. So half
Hmm.
the time
Oh,
they had their back on the audience, which
Ah,
is
that's
very,
right.
yeah,
that's a
because
good
they had to
idea,
show.
no? That there's a
They had,
creative part of the
yeah,
clothes and all that presentation. That's a
it
good
was.
option.
Yeah, it
And
was very creative because
and
you show the cape.
by contrast, our Bonnie was had a strong presence, had a strong stage presence.
It looked like a little stronger than Miss Philippines. I mean, don't get me wrong, we love Miss Philippines.
Okay.
Mhm. But she was stronger in terms of stage presence because there is such
She
thing, right?
was
You
she
can
was
be very
smiling.
beautiful,
She
pero
was.
the energy ba?
She was smiling and everything. You gotta.
But
So how about the
but
costume naman,
Lindy,
Hindi,
uh,
the Ibong Adarna? How was it really in person looking at it? Was it striking or there was something lacking? Whatever.
It it looked like it was right, but I don't know how you wanna present I mean Darna, because the other
Oh, sorry,
costumes
I
they
stand
were.
corrected. It's not Ibong Adarna, it's Darna.
I know
Darna,
it's
yeah.
Darna. So it's Darna.
Okay.
Like the other costumes, they were really more about the culture and the everything. But like Darna is a Pinoy pop
Yeah.
superhero. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
it's like
Oh, that's a
cosmic.
culture.
yeah,
So
yeah. So
so Lindy, you were able to meet both candidates, right? You were able to talk to both candidates.
not really. So that's the big difference between the before COVID and before the new group. In
Uh-huh.
the old group, the last time we went, which was 2019 because of COVID,
Mm-hmm.
in 2019 they had an event, like a press event, like a press junket, like
Mm-hmm.
all the candidates were there, all of them were there, and the press was just going around, so you actually meet all of them face to
Oh,
face.
uh-huh.
Mm.
But this group didn't have it, so it was I think a lost opportunity for
Yeah.
the media and the candidates. So I missed the other earlier events, but I believe we didn't have that opportunity to, like, one to one. You could just go around. They
Yeah.
didn't have that this time. So, you know, that
Yeah.
that was we missed that one.
I
So
see.
let me ask you, did we have a lot of a big media presence?
Yeah, we had a lot.
Are
There
we
was
the
a lot
biggest?
of
Are we the biggest media presence out there? We
You
take our Miss
mean
Universe seriously, right?
Yes, like
yeah,
a
yeah.
production.
There was a lot of people, Filipinos. There was bloggers from California. We met somebody from Mississippi,
Oh,
and
wow.
yeah, there was even a controversy with Mississippi because they mistakenly called Thailand and called them Catriona. So
Oh
they
my
got
God.
upset. Yeah, so the he the blogger had to do an apology, but
Mhm.
all's well, sometimes you could look from this familiar,
Yeah,
but
Yeah.
it was a lot of we had a strong Filipino presence in there.
good. But at
There's a
least
lot
you,
of
yeah, but at least you met the parents of the candidates. Like, tell us about the parents of Arboni, Gabrielle.
oh yeah, they were sitting in the front on the preliminary. That's a picture in their preliminary, and
Uh-huh.
they're very nice. They're very accommodating. If you want to talk to them, they'd talk to you. They'd answer your questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they both were. The dad was kind of a little joker. The mom, she's very nice. She answers
Uh-huh.
you and everything. And do you know how hectic their schedule is? Even in the preliminary, I think they came the Monday before. They have not seen her until the preliminary. That's how hectic their
Wow.
schedule is.
How many days is that?
That's like more than a week.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's like more than a week. Even Celeste's mom said the same thing. We have not seen her yet. Their schedule is
Oh my
so
Yeah.
God.
hectic.
Uh-huh. What are the parents? What do they do for a living?
That I don't know. I didn't get to ask them that one.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't get to ask them. Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
sorry
So,
about that. I
no,
didn't
no,
get to
no,
ask
not at
them.
all.
Yeah.
So Lindy, let's take a look at this three contestants who have relationships roots in
Oh,
the
look at
Philippines.
that.
Spain was working there so she could speak Tagalog,
Tagalog, yeah.
and of course the candidates from USA and Philippines are half Filipino. So what are your thoughts about this emergence of ano na mestiza Filipina?
Yeah, I'm curious about that too.
I know we spoke to actually the mother of Miss Payne, and she was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
she went to the Philippines. Yeah, she went to the Philippines for 3 years. Like she was having a hard time in Spain, like they were giving her a difficult time. She's like, I'm going to the Philippines. She had other opportunities of other she had other offers to go different places, but she
Uh-huh.
chose the Philippines.
Why do you think she chose it? Did the
I
parents have some link there before or
not
friends?
not that I know of. The mom
I
didn't
think yeah,
say.
she worked in the Philippines as a model. She worked,
I
uh,
I
at least that's what I
she
read.
the mom didn't say so.
Okay, yeah,
But they said she had a hard time in Spain, but when she went to the Philippines, everybody was so nice. They were,
yeah,
training her, they were accommodating. So she liked it there and she learned to speak the language, even if she's not from there.
from there, yeah.
Actually, it's not a surprise for foreigners to return to the Philippines once they get to stay there or have a vacation there. Babalik talaga yon kasi
Uh,
they like the warmth of our
I
kababayan,
know.
right?
yeah. Did they know that Spain used to colonize the Philippines?
That too.
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't get to that part, but the mom said, she had other offers. So, but
Yeah,
Alicia chose, to go to the
yeah,
Philippines.
yeah.
So that's what
Lindy,
the mom said.
uh-huh. Lindy, I have a question, a different one. Like Catriona Gray made it very well as a stage commentator, at the backstage MC. Um, do you share the idea that she should be as the main host, part of the main MCs, or it was
She could she
whoever?
could be she could be she'd make a very good main host. I think there was two people that hosted Harnas and the other guy. I forgot the name.
Olivia?
Sorry. No, that it was a guy. There were several of them, like
Uh-huh.
four of them, like in the so. But she'd make a very good one actually. She's engaging and
Yeah.
she
Very
listens.
spontaneous.
She responds appropriately. She's empathetic to the candidates. Very
Mhm.
good actually. Very proud of her.
Yeah.
So Lindy, why do you think Filipinos like beauty contests, beauty pageants? Did you learn anything from covering Miss Universe for several years now?
You know what I've learned? The Filipinos have a lot of beauty aficionados.
Mm-hmm.
There's groups of them that they come and they go and they wait for hours and hours in the lobby. I
Yeah.
mean, you can see the loyalty, and they're waiting and they're just waiting, and they have their flags and they have their stuff with them. The other
And they
people,
travel long
they
distances, right?
they travel long distances. What we spoke to somebody from Philly. We spoke to somebody from Philly. They didn't even have tickets to the main competition because it was so expensive. They had
Mm-hmm.
tickets to the preliminary, but they're staying until the day after the main competition.
Oh.
Some of the people had like that. There was a I met a lady from, where was that? Somewhere in Texas. The husband told me, "Oh, she just came from the Philippines last week." We're like, "What? She just came from the Philippines last week?" Yeah, that's
Oh
my
my
wife.
God.
We've been married for 3 years, but she just came last week because she had to finish school, and they
Oh.
drove 8 hours just for the preliminary competition. And they did, and after the competition, they're gonna go home and do the 8 hours again.
8 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. So Marivir, what do
Yeah,
you think? How do you explain this, Marivir? This
I have
there's
obsession
no,
a
with
lot.
beauty
I
pageant.
don't know. It's like part of our culture to appreciate beauty, and it's also a way to like a status kind of. It's really entertaining. Number one,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel that it's so entertaining, and it's a way for to elevate the status of women, I suppose, in our culture. Although, of course, if you look at it, I mean, if I were to be on using my feminist lens, that's like objectification of women. But also, you would under you would agree, perhaps, Lindy, that it has transformed itself. Miss Universe has become like a platform for real issues, for real advocacies. In fact, the women participating this year has been very emphatic on that already, right? So it has transformed itself.
Mm-hmm.
So it's trying to make sense other than just
Sorry.
for being just an entertainment or showcasing of good body forms and all that.
Yeah, yeah.
That's true, and the candidates this year, they're all very strong, including Miss Philippines, Miss USA. Everybody's beautiful. Everybody,
I know, right?
looks good in their gown. Everybody
Mhm.
looks good in their bikinis. It was just difficult to choose.
Oh my
It
God,
was it
Lindy.
was really hard.
And they
Even
were
I'm
all
like,
and they
I
were
don't know
all
which
very
one to choose.
articulate also, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Miss Philippines was good. Miss USA was good. I'm like, if I was the judge, I would have a hard time.
Yeah.
Even Miss Venezuela, Miss Curacao, everybody was,
Oh my God, I love
it
Curacao.
was,
Ang beauty niya,
me
grabe.
too. It was hard to choose. I don't
Yeah.
know how they chose, but it was really hard.
So
You know, Korean?
was there any controversy, Lindy, about the winning of Arboni? Like when she won Miss USA, I think there was some kind of a protest, right? So
Uh,
nothing of that
there,
sort happened in Miss Universe.
Yeah, is that something that we should worry, or that's nothing?
I don't think we should, because they've already rehashed when she won Miss Universe. They already talked about it and they already dealt with it. So
Mhm.
I didn't think it was, because after she spoke, and then the issue,
Mhm.
died down.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah,
and
That's
after
good.
that, nobody spoke, and I
about it.
didn't hear
Yeah.
anything after that. Once she responded, and it just went away. So
Yeah.
That's good.
I noticed though that there's a lot of Filipino sponsors, Filipino businesses that sponsor this contest. Like
uh
there's
Like
somebody
the
commercializing,
beauty product.
yeah,
yeah, when the
and
new
somebody
owner
was making
took,
shoes also.
yeah,
Yeah. Can you
you're
tell us a
right.
little bit about those two people, those two businesses?
When the new owner took over, what's her
Mhm.
name, Anna, took over, one
Yeah.
of the first major sponsors that was announced was Olivia Kido.
Hmm.
Olivia has been doing skincare for Miss Universe for quite some time, so she's not
Oh,
Okay.
new to the business. So I'm guessing that's why they took her, because she knows them very well. She's been
Yeah.
mm.
doing that. So, but I didn't know. Jojo, I didn't know him. I met him there, and the shoes are beautiful, actually.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, so it was good. They look good. The shoes are great, and they're actually using it on the show. So
Ah, yeah.
Wow. So that's
yeah, that
a business opportunity, huh?
Yeah.
hmm
And
they had.
this did not in any way influence the results. Having all these businesses behind the Miss Universe.
I don't think so because they have other sponsors too. It's a lot of other sponsors too. It's only not Filipinos, but different things. So
Yeah, yeah,
different countries. Yeah,
yeah.
I don't think it did. Yeah, because if it did, then we should have been in the top 16, right? If
Yeah.
it did, but
Right.
you know, but it was just the candidates this year were just very strong,
Mm-hmm.
very beautiful,
Yeah.
I
very
mean, you could
talented,
compare it
very
compared
articulate.
before, as compared to before, Lindy.
Before
I mean, in the past
I
that
can't,
you
it
went
was
to.
it was too far away, but
Uh,
it was a strong group this time. So that's all I can say.
Lindy, may I ask you, ano yung feeling mo na you are so like surrounded by all these like goddess-like beauties, like Barbie-ish beauties?
It's
How does
like
it feel like, even watching the Rockettes make me like really like, like how much
it's
more
not
for these women?
it's not only that, like you have beautiful women on stage, tall
Mhm.
with all,
Yeah,
they're all
yeah.
beautiful, and in
Yes.
the audience too, a lot of people from the other countries, they dress up and they
Yeah.
also look as beautiful as the girls on stage. So
Oh my
like
God.
everybody's beautiful, and you look at yourself and like, oh my
Oh
gosh,
my
should I
God.
have worn heels or should I have worn a gown? I
Really?
know. It's like, oh my gosh, maybe I should have worn heels and gown, but you can't be running in, you
Yeah.
can't be reporting. It's gonna be hard. Even a lot of some of the media from the other countries, they were all dressed up and everything.
Dressed up in
Diane was
gowns.
dressed
Dressed
up.
up in gowns,
Yeah, yeah. Diane was
like
dressed
their
up in
candidates in
gowns.
the like their candidates themselves.
Yeah.
Well, I
Oh,
see Diane Castillo was so dressy.
Diane
Yeah,
was
that's
dressed
great.
up.
Uh-huh.
On the preliminary competition, some of them have 6-inch heels, you know.
Oh my God.
oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So,
So I'm like, oh, I'm so short and they're so tall. you know.
you have those kind of parang discriminatory feelings
I
against
know.
you,
I'm like,
right?
oh my gosh, why are they so tall and why am I so short?
Huh?
Lindy, can you tell us a little? I'm curious about this. The new owner of the Miss Universe, the Thai lady, right?
Uh,
Can you tell us a little bit about her?
um,
Um,
she looks exactly like in her picture. That's how exactly she
Uh,
looks. So,
yeah,
they on the preliminary they told us she was coming. So we just waited there and waited and she passed by and
yeah,
exactly how she looked in the TV, that's how she looked exactly.
yeah. Did she say why she bought the franchise? Was she trying to make a statement by buying the
I
franchise?
I don't remember if she said why she bought it, but it's all about women and
Mhm.
empowerment. That's
Yeah, yeah.
that's what I remember. That's the
Mhm.
message she was trying to say. Is the women and empowerment, and the crown is the most expensive crown so far,
Yeah,
and
and it's
that
beautiful, right?
yeah, it's like the big sapphire in the middle and
Yeah.
surrounded by diamonds and
Yeah.
everything.
Wow.
So it was the most expensive so far. They're not sure how long they're gonna use it.
Uh-huh.
So because
So
the
go ahead, Lindy.
I lost it. So go ahead.
No, so that does mean that the Miss Universe headquarters will now be in Bangkok, no longer in New York. How is
I
that?
heard some. Did they make an official announcement?
I I don't know. I probably didn't read it.
I I heard something like that, like through the grapevine, but I was waiting to see if they will make it official. And then I
Um,
saw Miss Universe here in New York, so
it's
I
not
don't
yet.
know.
Maybe it's in the
Maybe
works.
yeah, they haven't said anything, but I heard talk about it, talk like they might not make it their official
yeah. Because
residents.
the infrastructure is already in New York, right? They've always had their presence
Yeah,
in New York. Yeah,
they've always have their presence here, and media week,
yeah.
as soon as they finish the competition, they didn't even give her one day to rest. In the previous
Yeah,
Miss Universe, they have like a week before they do media week. This one, she
Oh,
flew the next night, and next day she was here.
I know, right?
oh,
No
Yeah,
rest.
no rest. She was saying that
wow.
I think she only got 2 hours of sleep or something like that.
Oh,
But
wow.
she got in at 2 o'clock in the morning, and then was in Good Morning America,
Oh, yeah,
something
yeah.
like that.
That's what
Lindy,
I saw
our
that.
colleague,
Mhm.
our colleague, Felix Manuel said that when he goes to the Miss Universe pageants, he would always be just a fan, not a media person, because
Mm-hmm.
it's more fun and
Mm-hmm.
no, parang not that restrictive. Would you also be rather going there as a fan, or are you a fan? Or would you be a media person
I think
at the
if she
I,
back?
goes there as a fan, she has to pay, right?
I did Felix ask that I did ask Felix that same question, and he told me the same thing. But I'm not really a fan of beauty pageants, but it's an experience. It's an
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
experience to go there,
unforgettable.
and it makes you proud of which country you came from. Like the
Yeah.
Philippines, oh my gosh, they have all these media people, they have all these beauty aficionados, but it's not different for other countries because, like
Mhm.
the people from the Latin Americas, they have this big group that's also
Yeah.
waiting in the lobby with all
I
the
know.
Filipinos.
The,
So
yeah,
everybody's there.
the people from Venezuela, there's also a big contingent of
Yeah,
people.
there's
Yeah.
a big crowd and everybody's there, everybody's waiting. They're like, it's like a big camaraderie scene.
Oh,
and
that's nice.
and yeah, but the very tight this year because we knew they were coming from the convention. We knew they were finishing dress
Hello,
rehearsal, so
Lindy.
everybody was waiting by the lobby. But
I
I
cannot,
think they went to the back, so we
I lost the
always lost them.
connection.
So they waited and they waited, but they didn't come.
I lost the
But still,
Lindy's
everybody
connection.
waited. They didn't say anything. They just wait and wait. And then when we
Oh my
finally
God.
confirmed that they already came and we didn't see them, everybody just started going away. That's how that's how loyal they are. And not only Filipinos, like different countries, different countries.
So
They're
it's really
standing and everything,
like a
waiting in the
cheering
lobby.
squad there, huh, at the
Oh yeah, I
back.
can't hear you.
Lindy, your mic is, I think, getting,
Lindy,
Did I lose you?
we have lost you a little bit,
yeah, we lost your connection.
a little bit. Yeah, and we also lost Lindy now.
Oh, did I lose you?
Yes, we couldn't speak,
Oh,
but there you are. You're
Yeah,
back,
okay, okay. Yeah,
uh,
back. But I
what
heard
point did you lose
the
me?
ambulance, the siren.
yeah. So there
Did
was
I say
that
anything?
did
Did
the
I say anything
Filipino
about ambulance? What did they say about
I heard
ambulance?
it from your background.
Oh, okay.
okay.
so
That's all right.
so
Go.
so
Yes,
that's
Christina.
So I'm just curious. So what are the thoughts of Filipinos about what is the standard of beauty? Is a Kayumangi Filipina beautiful or is a biracial Filipina beautiful? What is
I,
their
I
preference? What is our preference?
I don't know. Maybe you can help me answer that because even if we haven't really had like a Kayumangi in a little
I mean,
while,
a pure Filipina versus a
right?
biracial Filipina.
I'm not sure. I mean, you would help me with that because we haven't really had a pure no
Filipina.
Pia. We haven't really had a pure
Yeah,
Filipina.
Pia is a half German, right? So she's not pure
Yeah,
Filipina also.
none of them actually
Yeah.
are.
So lately,
And
the Filipinas who've been winning are biracial, right? Half,
exactly, and
half, half.
if you that's correct. And if you notice on this competition, the two like Celeste, she doesn't speak really Tagalog, and Miss
Ah,
USA doesn't speak really Tagalog. So
uh-huh.
Yeah.
that's a little, you know, like how will she do her if she was the top three on them? How would she be talking English, right? Not
Yeah,
Tagalog.
yeah.
Like, but if how I didn't really see the contest in the Philippines. Like, how did she do it when she was there? Did she have an interpreter, or did the Q&A in English?
I don't know.
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
So
But the previous Miss Universe, the early ones like Gloria Diaz, they were like purely
They were pure Filipinas,
Filipino.
right?
Ah,
Yeah,
yes,
they were pure
and
Filipinos. Yeah.
Margie Moran,
Yeah.
but the three, I think, Pia Wurzbach, if I'm correct, and
Catriona.
Catriona
Catriona.
Gray,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and now Miss USA is
Yeah.
also Miss
that's
Tiza
true. It's
biracial.
that's true. It's like the entertainment division. Well, you don't really see Kayomangi anymore. Everybody's, light
Yeah.
skin with straight hair and and straight noses. So,
Yeah.
you know,
So the standard of beauty that we look up to is also evolving, right? Over time.
over time,
Over time.
over
Yeah.
time.
That's right.
Would you
I don't
remember,
know.
Rian, what was your standard of beauty before? Did you like the Miss Tiza look, or did you like the native look? And the same with you, Lindy. What did you think? How were what growing up? What was our standard of beauty?
I think Gloria Diaz was the
Yeah.
first Miss Universe, right? And she was very beautiful. But even the likes of Margie Moran, Aurora P1, they also have a little Spanish blood in them, although it's
Oh
probably
yeah.
not as dominant,
Oh,
Uh-huh.
right? There's a little bit mestiza blood in them, which they're also beautiful. They're also pretty.
yeah, they're all pretty.
Although
Now
if
this
you ask me, I would prefer somebody who's pure Filipino. But then it's so hard to make that imposition now because, you know, Filipinos are all over the world and
I
they
know
got
it's also
married to
like
all
all
kinds of
these
people.
biracial children are
Yeah,
products of immigration.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know, the East meets West, so
mhm,
that's why you have those kinds of children who
yeah.
are yeah,
It's the evolution of the it's the evolution of the world.
right, right.
It's
So,
it's the
Lindy,
wor-
let me ask
uh
you, uh, having covered Miss Universe for several years now, do you think we should continue having this kind of a contest? What's your personal thought on that?
I'm not sure because I'm not sure if we should continue, but since Miss Universe has now a new owner, well,
Hmm.
we're also waiting to see if she will change anything.
Um,
Because they just bought them like how long? Like a month or two or three before the competition. So
oh, the
Mhm.
there
franchise?
wasn't yeah,
Oh,
it's not that long
I
when
thought
she
it was
bought it.
bought about a year or so ago.
No, no, no.
Oh, it was
Just
just recent?
recently.
Oh,
Yeah, so it wasn't really a lot of time for her to make any changes if she
oh,
wants to make any changes.
yeah,
So we don't know what her plan is.
yeah.
But it is already open that it's open for like transgender women
Oh, is it
and
now?
married and those with children. Is it
Is that true?
that
Is that
already?
true, Lindy?
They haven't really said yet. There was
Hmm.
So
no
it
official
may be like
announcement.
just there, up there, being considered.
Yeah, they have.
It's being
She
discussed.
hasn't.
Yeah,
They haven't made any. I don't think they have made any official announcement yet.
yeah.
So
Would you like to see that kind of change?
I'm not sure because there's also contest. There's also like Mrs. Something contest, right? So
This
this one says
this
Miss.
universe.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
Miss
something like
Oh,
Universe.
that.
really?
So
Oh, I
there's
didn't know that.
different categories. So I don't know if you wanna. It would be too confusing if So I don't know if
Everybody's there.
yeah,
I
like
think so.
how is that? It might skew the field. It might
Yeah,
skew the competition. So
yeah,
you still want to really maintain order because there's a lot of good candidates out there.
mhm,
Yeah.
This is a this is a good stepping stone for the women to get
yeah.
recognized and
Mhm.
learn a lot.
Ako, I'm kind of purist. I probably would want to limit it to just women. I don't know. That's just me. I cannot explain why.
Just the women, no
Just women, yeah.
transgender women.
If it is to continue, if it is to continue, you know.
I
Well,
asked Miss Seychelles and Miss Mauritius about that, how they feel like there are transgender women already part of the allowed in the competition, and
in Miss
they don't
Universe,
mind it. That's what they said because, like
uh,
the organization is evolving, our mindsets are evolving.
yeah,
That's
We
yeah,
true.
want
probably.
inclusion. So I'm glad I heard it from them because, like,
Oh,
I would maintain my mind that let it be just like for the natural woman.
Yeah.
But still,
Me too.
it's part of change. But
Oh,
But
that's
technically,
right. No, go
Miss
ahead. Go ahead,
USA
Lindy.
had a transgender candidate before. Remember? I think that was 2 years ago.
I think that was in another contest, Lindy.
it
Lynn's
was
Oh,
right.
not
that was
for Miss
another
Universe.
contest.
I thought
Oh,
it was Miss
okay,
Universe.
okay.
I don't know. I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's
What
it's
about
another contest.
what
It's the
about
Miss USA.
women? What about women who had cosmetic surgery? Are they allowed? Or can they tell? Can people really tell? Was
I,
that
I
was that even discussed at all?
no, actually not. It was not discussed. Like,
So it's so nice that like Lindy's article about Miss USA Universe came out
Yeah,
today. Is that today, Rihanna?
oh, okay.
With the FilAm.
yeah.
Very good.
About 2 days ago, right? Or last night?
Oh,
Amazing.
Yeah.
I was so
Yes.
busy. I haven't even read it yet. I just skimmed through it. Sorry, Korean.
It
No.
was good.
Yeah.
It was good. It guided me in asking you questions.
Oh, that was a nice
There's a lot
picture.
of information there from Lindy. Yeah.
Right. So, if given a chance, would you still go and cover Miss Universe pageant in the future in El Salvador?
Ah, is that where the next one is?
Yeah.
I heard they made
Are
the
you going
announcement.
to El
I missed
Salvador,
the
Lindy?
announcement. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that.
That's outside
Yeah.
of the
Because
US. Yeah.
that's a different country, so
It's a lot of effort, right? Oh my
yeah.
God.
And if you're going to a different country, you probably don't want to come 3 days before the competition. You want to be a little
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
maybe a week, so you can go around and see the
Yeah.
place. You know.
That's right.
Maximize
That's
it.
So
right.
I don't know if I have that much vacation time to do that.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we're like over time already, unless you have,
Oh, okay. Yeah. Thanks
Oh,
so much,
okay.
Lindy.
do
Thank
you have
you. Thank
parting
you.
shots, Lindy?
I hope I didn't get in trouble with what I said from all
Oh,
our beauty
definitely. It's very enlightening.
aficionados.
Yeah.
I
Also,
love both of them, Miss USA, Miss Philippines. Don't get me wrong. I hope I didn't get in trouble.
we'd like to say hi to our colleague Grace, who is in Amsterdam right now, taking a vacation with
Yeah.
Ron. Hello, Grace.
Hi, Grace.
Hope
Hi,
to have you here
Grace.
soon.
Oh my
Yeah,
She
gosh,
will be
and
joining us soon, maybe in the next
she will be
upcoming
watching us
episodes. Yeah.
so
when
exciting!
we stream this. And also, Krian and Lindy, we would like to congratulate Stephen Raga for his inauguration as the first Senate Assemblyman.
Yeah.
And
Oh
Congratulations.
yeah, I missed that.
we wrote that. This is our first interview, debut episode with Stephen, and it's also out with the FilAm.net and Inquirer.
And
Yay!
Inquirer. Yeah.
Yay! I missed that one. So nice to be
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I didn't go to. Sorry, Stephen. Sorry, John. Yeah,
there.
I missed it because it was morning. But congratulations. All the blessings are yours for a good public
Of
service.
course.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Stephen. Of course.
And we will see Stephen in Woodside or wherever. So I think that's just about it, right, Krian?
Yeah. Yep. That's it.
And thank you, Lindy, and
Thank
see
Thank
you
you,
you.
again
Thank
Lindy.
you.
in,
Thank
in
you.
real in the real sense, physical sense.
Face to face.
Thanks,
Thank
everyone.
you for bringing us to New Orleans, although we are so far away.
I
Thank you.
know.
Thanks, Lindy. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
thanks,
so that's it
thanks,
for now,
ladies.
ladies and gentlemen.
Bye.
Until the
Thank
next
you.
in
Bye.
our episode one.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.